Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy XIV. In this video, as you can see, I am a level 52 Carpenter, so we're going to be diving into our first crafter. I'm going to be doing what I did, kind of similar to what I did with the Gatherers, and it's a mix of levies and the Ishgard Restoration. I can't do the Restoration until I'm level 20, so I'll be doing levies from 1 to 20, then Ishgard Restoration from 20 onwards. Now, I want to make a quick note before I go any further. So OBS, for whatever strange reason, decided to deselect my microphone, and I didn't catch on to this because this is a recording, so I'm not actually hearing myself talk, which sucks. So yeah, and a fair good amount of time passed. Unfortunately, I didn't catch on to it right away. I caught on to it around the 28-minute and like 38-second mark, somewhere around there. So I apologize for that. I'll make sure I'll double check my microphone next time. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. So yeah, I just want to say that. So I hope you enjoy it, and I will see you. Well, I'll see you in in a little bit. There we go. I just noticed that my microphone audio wasn't being picked up. Since this is a recording, since this was a recording, I can't hear myself. I can't actually hear myself, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, didn't realize that my microphone audio wasn't being picked up. So that sucks. Oh well, didn't really miss anything much important. So I apologize for that. I don't know why. My microphone was like deselected for some reason. I don't know why. Okay. Boy. I will admit I was not ignorant of Mara Primera's situation. In fact, I recognized an opportunity to test your character. You aided your fellow carpenter with no prospect of reward, delivering finely crafted goods when merely serviceable ones would have sufficed, and you claimed no credit. I'm proud of you, Cessa. There is no doubt in my mind that your talents will serve the nation of Gridania well and save many lives. Just as they will bring about many deaths, this is the responsibility of all who make weapons. But a choice between the deaths of our people and the deaths of our enemies is no choice at all. You have passed the third and final test. Congratulations, Cessa. By your actions, you have demonstrated your understanding of what it means to know the wood, be the wood, and love the wood. You possess the knowledge, skill, and compassion necessary to master carpentry. By overcoming these trials, you have proven that you are no longer a novice. The sapling is well on its way to becoming a tree. You are now a true carpenter of the oak atrium. Sweet. Graduation! You know, though, that however refined your skills may be, there will always be more to learn. Represent us well in your travels, Cessa, and return to us often. You shall always be welcome. Let me just make sure that it's actually being picked up correctly. So, 1 second. Okay, it's being picked up properly. It's a good thing I noticed it now and not like 50 minutes in. But yeah, not quite sure how that happened. But oh well, we got working audio now. So let's continue. Again, I apologize for the like 8 or 9 minutes of silence. Cessa, my thoughts have turned to you lately. I trust you have honed your skills further since last we met. In that case, I have a request. Maybe you have made iron lances before for your customers. However, you have not made them for me. As you doubtless know, my standards differ from those of others. An iron lance's design is one of elegance and simplicity. I don't see you demonstrate your understanding of those qualities through your work. This I ask of all my charges. The iron lance is a marriage of elm, iron, and leather. As you are doubtless aware, the requisite elm lumber and circles of leather are readily available within the city. The iron ingots, however, are much rarer, as they are forged by the smiths of Limsa. Procuring them will be far more problematic. You must steel yourself for a long and arduous journey, Cessa. The wilderness is infested with unspeakable horrors, and the roads were watched by bandit hordes. But I jest. While such arduous character building trials may have been impossible once upon a time, they are, alas, simply unfeasible now. You need only browse the market boards or enlist the aid of a blacksmithing associate to obtain the iron you require. Oh, and there is but one more thing you must do. I would have you attach a single material to the lance you craft. Any type will suffice. I found it hard to believe that an experienced adventurer like yourself could be unfamiliar with the substance, but on the off chance that you are, I suggest you seek out the goblin fellow in Central Thanalan. There is one more knowledge on the subject. No more knowledgeable on the subjects, or so I have heard. When you're in possession of the necessary materials, I bid you craft me a single material enhanced iron lance. Now, I could do that, but we're gonna go there. Because we can actually unlock something very useful, melding. So let me pop over there real quick. One of the main advantages of having crafters is, well, there's two main advantages. One, you can meld your own stuff, assuming your crafter levels are. Why did I come to Dry Bone? Assuming your crafter levels are high enough, and because if you're like a level 50 crafter, and it also depends on what crafter it is. So if you're like a level 50 blacksmith and you're trying to meld something into like a level 80 item that's suited for blacksmiths, it's not going to work because you're not high enough level. Holy shit, I don't have my mount. Oh shit. Why do I? But yeah, that's one of the benefits. The other benefit, and also with that is when you get new gear, like if you're at any game, you can not only meld stuff onto and gain armor, but you can also remove materia as well. So you have a chance to save the materia. There's melding. Why, hello there. I see you're a disciple of the hand like me. Mayhap you're interested in learning how to meld materia to gear? If so, it'd be my pleasure to teach you. Ready to begin? Good. Now then, here's one thing you need to keep in mind when melding: materia slots. Arms and armor each have a certain number of these slots, and this determines how many pieces of materia they can host. Normally, an item cannot host more pieces of materia than it has slots. However, as with most other things in life, there are certain exceptions. But this sort of knowledge is for later down the road. After you've done more experience, you may want to broach the subject matter with Master Mutamix. Now off you go and happy melding! Waking melds! Uplanders join your materia. Uplander desires to join muchly, yes. The Mutamix makes brain case of Uplander rattle with secret knowings of materia. But first, Uplander must be proven in art readiness. Uplander show do attaching 8 pieces of materia, then let Uplander Mutamix trade tongue flaps again. So yeah, I'll do that later. It's pretty interesting, you know. I don't have materia on hand. Well, I do. I'm not gonna waste my my high-end materia for useless crap. Alright. But yeah, that's pretty much how you get melding unlocked. I'll come back and do that later. But yeah, that's not only one of the advantages of having crafters. Probably one of the biggest advantage for me, and well, me personally, is the fact that you can actually repair your own gear. So, and not only that, you can repair it when you go to a mender. It repairs your gear up to 100%, but when you repair it yourself, it goes up to 200. Well, it goes up. It goes up beyond 100%. So if it's like your gear is like at 56% of durability, if you repair it yourself, it'll go up to 156% durability. So it's actually very handy to have gear crafters on hand. If not for melding, then the fact that you can repair your own stuff. You do not disappoint, Cecila. Your lance exceeds my expectations. These formidable weapons were originally intended for use by the Ishgardian cavalry and were designed with the aim of maximizing their bearer's effectiveness on the field of battle. By utilizing the speed of his mounts, a lance-wielding knight could easily deliver a devastating blow that would cripple, if not outright kill. But this mode of attack placed significant strain on both rider and his weapon. Should the latter fail, the knight would be left defenseless. Needless to say, the Iron Lance proved to be anything but prone to failure, eventually prompting Gridania's Wood Withers to adopt it as their own. The differences between the modern Gridanian weapon and the Ishgardian original are not so substantial, amounting to little more than a smaller fan plate. Our lances do not require the same protection as a mounted knight, you see. Fascinating, is it not? The history of our weapons carry, how they change and evolve to meet different demands. Truly, all things possess potential for growth. Weapons and armor, forests and cities, and aspiring carpenters. Remember this too, Cecila. The Iron Lance is a marvelous weapon, not because it does not bend at the moment of impact, but because it does not break. To bend yet not break, to endure and persevere, and finally triumph. When I gaze upon this lance, I am reminded of the singular importance of resolve. A quality I saw in you when first you joined us, and that will serve you well in the future. Whatever troubles you may face, remain resolute as an Iron Lance, and you will succeed. Thanks for the pep talk. I appreciate it. What's wrong? Oh, Cessa, you look well. If you come to work and come and search for work, I fear I have nothing to offer. Though, if you have no other passing responsibilities, you might consider spending some time with the younglings in the acorn orchard. The workshop has demanded my full attention of late, and I have been unable to see them myself. That will be all, Cessa. Is that it? What's wrong with you? Alright. Alright, what's going on over here? Hey, you're one of those adventurers that joined the guild. I am. Beaton's down in the dumps, is he? No wonder he hasn't visited in ages. I've seen him like this before. I'll bet it's because he can't think of anything new to make. He's no fun when he's like this. I prefer it when he's waving a saw around and threatening to tie his useless new carpenter apprentices to Figaga's gift and... Wait, I know! You're a pretty good carpenter, right? Then you can make high quality walnut lumber. You know how he's always saying stuff like you must know the wood and all that? Well, I bet if you gave him some new, really good wood, it'd cheer him up in no time. I know it sounds a bit strange, but then he is a bit strange, isn't he? And we have to try something. I miss the old Beaton. I'm one step ahead of you. One step ahead. Leave me be, Cessa, I must focus. What is this fallace which plagues me? I thought myself resolute as an iron lance, and yet... Yeah, all that pep talk you gave me, but you need some yourself. Yes, I feel it. I feel it! Like this high quality walnut lumber. It is your handiwork, is it not? Dense, durable, and expertly finished. There's no doubting your skill, Cessa. Walnut furniture was quite popular in Ul'dah. Maybe we could revive that tradition. Or better yet, produce a sturdier base for a new vanplate design. The possibilities are endless! Thanks to you, Cessa, it seems I am now paralyzed with indecision. How have you grown, and in such a short time? You remind me of a dear friend, another soul possessed of great passion. Though we walked different paths, we pushed each other to give nothing less than our utmost. He even helped me through those times when inspiration failed me. I see much of him in you, and so I know I can hold you to the same high standards. Return to your work, Cessa, and do not disappoint me. Sure. It is good you have come, Cessa. Your talents are needed for a commission. The client asked for you by name, in fact. It would seem the adventurer turned carpenter has earned herself a reputation. You are to craft a walnut cane of unparalleled quality. When it is ready, bring it to me. I will not permit you to deliver anything else than perfection. Here's your cane. Don't worry, I'm one step ahead of the game. You've done well, Cessa. The gentle curve of the crook appears natural, as if it was destined to take such a shape. Indeed, your skillful application of growth formula has imbued this cane with new life, giving it the appearance of unworked wood. Wands and canes are perhaps the purest expression of the carpenter's creed, in that the finished product is a celebration of the wood's past life. Conjurers are, of course, highly attuned to the natural world, hence it is no small coup to craft a cane that satisfies. But your cane should meet with the client's approval. You may go and deliver to him at the Adder's Nest. That's not very far. It's just right across the way. I see Mira still sulking over there in the corner. Yes, I'm waiting for a carpenter from the guild. What do you ask? Here you go. So this is the Beaton's famed disciple. It pleases me that I can finally put a face to the name. I'm Gerhard. I'm going to go with Gerhard. Though I myself have no talent for conjuring, it is plain to see that this cane is exquisitely wrought. Aye, the cane is not for me. It's meant for a conjurer recently assigned to my unit. Her name is Ponita, or Ponette, a talented but stubborn soul who has thus far resisted my every attempt to integrate her into our ranks. I've been here long enough to know that Gridanians can be rather protective of their city, and that this can manifest itself in a deep mistrust of outsiders. However, I cannot simply order her to set aside her prejudices. I need her to trust me of her own volition. It is my hope that giving her this cane, she'll at least accept my leadership. You'll find her in Steelglade Fane. Please give it to her on my behalf. Good Lord. Fine. Fine. Let's go. It's like about repairing stuff. Let me see if I can find an I don't think I should. Yeah, I should be able to. Like the saw, right here. Oops. 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 Like this. You can repair it, but you need dark matter to do it, which is fairly cheap. So yeah, you can repair your own stuff now. I'm excited. I gotta get dark matter. Obviously, I can't repair my own stuff on White Mage yet because I have to get my crafters to level 80, but we'll get there eventually. How long does the captain intend to make me keep me waiting? Does he have any idea how little time a Condor has to spare? Trust me, I know. A gift? That Alamegan kept me waiting for this long for some trick he did not even see fit to deliver himself? Typical. These foreigners surely don't have the first idea about... God, it can't be. A walnut cane? And one so finely wrought that I scarce believe it man-made. The contours or canes are the physical representation of our connection with the living world. They provide a focus for us to channel the forces of nature and weave spells. To possess a cane made of walnut is a dream most conjurers share, and I am no different. I see the beauty of this cane and the heart of the woman who made it. That an outsider could craft this flawless cane, I forgive my impropriety, adventurer. I have not paid outsiders any mind, imagine them incapable of comprehending Gridanian tradition. Yet it seems that it was I who failed to comprehend. You have humbled me, adventurer, and opened my eyes. It is clear that you have worked hard to learn our ways, and as has Captain Gerhard. I cannot thank you both enough. Though I do not deserve this cane, I swear that I will do my utmost to earn it. My thanks again, adventurer. Should we meet the captain before I do? Please convey my gratitude. All right, busybody over here. Okay. Gerhard! I knew it would not be easy pleasing her, but I have never doubted that Beaton's finest could deliver. I wonder, how is he? Still working too hard, I presume. Oh, and this must be the old friend he was talking about. So it goes. Anyway, duty calls. Thank you again, Cecil. Please give my regards to the Timber Master. Is this guy the friend that he was referring to? This is a very different path than a Carpenter. Welcome back, Cecil. Was his client satisfied? Interesting, so the client was not a conjurer himself. In any case, I'm glad to hear that the intended recipient was satisfied. I must know, Cecil, who was his client? I only received their messenger and cannot fathom why they would not come in person. Gerhard? Are you certain? I thought him far from Gridania on campaign. When did he return? And why would he not greet me in person? We have known each other for so many years. Well, I can only assume that his duties leave him no time for such niceties. I'm glad to hear that he's home and well. Thank you for attending to his request, Tesla. I look forward to our next meeting. Well, Princess Cecilla, you grow more popular with every commission. Take that walnut cane, for example. You remember, don't you? The one you crafted not long ago? It must have left quite the impression on Gerhard because he was once again requested your services. This time he would have you craft an oak longbow. A quality longbow, but I presume you already knew that. Gerhard's squad is considered one of the finest units in the Yellow Serpents. They are off task with dangerous missions which will carry them deep into the hostile territory. Our soldiers should never want for best material. Sure. Here you go. Marvelous, simply marvelous. Some carpenters claim that oak is ill-suited for use in longbows and that other woods are far more preferable. But I would say you've chosen your materials well. This particular specimen is both hard and elastic, and I see no reason to believe it will take a permanent bend. Of course, we have you to thank for that. The finest materials are nothing without a skilled craftsman to mold them. Indeed, this longbow is a testament to your ever-growing skills. Gerhard will approve. You may take it to him at the Adder's Nest. Let me guess, he's gonna have me delivered to someone at the Archers Guild, right? I know how this is gonna go. Cecily, do you have that longbow I requested? I do. My word, I see my faith in you was not misplaced. I have a young archer under my command who will be thrilled to receive this. It's of critical importance that my squad keeps its weapons and armor in good shape. Our reconnaissance missions often require that we spend weeks in isolation without any form of support. In fact, we leave for our next mission on the morrow. Unfortunately, this means I must once again postpone my visit to the guild. If Beaton complains, just give him a piece of quality lumber on my behalf. That should provide an ample distraction. He's always been more passionate about his work than anything else. But imagine you learned that long ago. Until we meet again. I guess you're not gonna have me deliver it. Saves me a step. Gerhard was satisfied then? Good. Another mission? I understand. We're both professionals with responsibilities that cannot be ignored. Even so, it always gives me cause for worry. I do not question his ability as a commander or as an archer, but irrational as it may be, forgive me. I am cursed with an overactive imagination. It's nothing. Never mind. We shall speak again when I next have a commission for you. Cecily, you minx! If I didn't know better, I'd say Gerhard was smitten with you. He's giving you another commission. It's time for an oak composite bow. In case you were unaware, such a bow can only be wielded by a master archer with years upon years of experience in the field. Don't you see? You are to craft a bow for Gerhard himself. You are to give this commission with your undivided attention, Cecily. While simply crafting an oak composite bow is no small feat, I will not permit you to present anything less than perfection. Okay, you've made your point very clear. Even experienced carpenters can find constructing a composite bow to be a daunting task given the complexity of the design and the variety of materials required. But the resulting product is well worth the price. This union of wood, bone, and sinew possesses the power of a silk bow more than twice its size. This makes it ideal for archers who must travel with minimal supplies and cannot afford to carry heavier equipment. No matter how much I search, I cannot find a flaw with your craftsmanship. Your materials, your execution, it is all, for want of a better word, perfect. It comforts me to know that Gerhard will wield this formidable weapon, delivered to him with my blessings. Alright, Gerhard, here's your fancy bow. Greetings, Cecily. I believe you have a delivery for me. I do. Now this is a fine bow, worthy of the bow lord himself. The girl will be pleased. What's that? Beaton thought this was for me? Oh no, this is for another one of my archers. I have a perfectly serviceable bow which has served me for many years. Beaton ought to know. He made it. Ah, those were the days. He the young initiate, I the aspiring serpent. He wasn't always so damn cocksure, you know. But back then, he was full of doubts and questions. The maple longbow he made me might not look much to you, but to me, it's the perfect weapon. I intend to use it until the day I die. Not that I intend to die anytime soon, of course. No, then I believe I have a delivery of my own to make, if you'll excuse me. You do you. Alright, Beaton. Welcome back, Cecil. Was Gerhard well? What? He still uses that longbow I made as an initiate? I didn't think he kept it. But a twin-ender captain deserves a far finer weapon. I should offer to craft him a new one. Until the day I die. What nonsense. Surely that longbow is no more than a mangled stick at this point. If it were to break during battle, he would only have himself to blame. I can't stand idly by while he... No, I'll give this no more thought. He's an experienced soldier, and he'll never be so reckless. Oh, I did not realize you're still here, Tesla. You may go. I have nothing else for you today. Thanks. Not now, Tesla. Too much on my mind. I did not intend for things to become so heated, yet Gerhard refused to listen to reason, and I... Never mind. Leave me to my word. If you still desire company, perhaps young Nico, I'm calling Nico, will serve. Alright, what happened? Getting in a heated argument? Alright, Nico, what happened with him? I remember you. Cecil, right? Let me guess, Beaton told you to go away again. He's been like that since Gerhard left. He had some commission for the guild, but Beaton wouldn't accept it because of an old bow or something. They were shouting and Beaton threw him out. They're both acting like younglings. I don't know if it'll help, but maybe you should talk with Gerhard about what happened. I think he went back to the Adder's Nest. Leave old Beaton to me. I'll talk some sense into him. Cecil, what brings you here? So, you heard what happened at the guild. It's unfortunate that the children bore witness to our dispute. But it's even more unfortunate that I must ask you to become involved. My request was intended for the Timbermaster himself, but since he has refused me, I have no choice. I need a cobalt halberd, a jade crook, and a yew longbow. Your best quality and as fast as possible. This equipment is required for mission of grave import, which is why I first approached the Timbermaster. But you're also proven artisan, Cecil, so I think I can safely entrust it to you. Nevertheless, I must ask that you present the finished items to Beaton for inspection. If he judges them acceptable, then I'll gladly accept. What's going on here? The halberd and the crook, probably not. Maybe he got in an argument with the stupid yew longbow? I feel it necessary to apologize for my earlier behavior, Cecila. It was unbecoming of a Timbermaster. So you've agreed to fill Gerhard's order. Very well, let me see what you've wrought. Bing, bob, boo. You chose your bow staves wisely. I see no imperfections in the yew which would interfere with the performance. The rosewood reinforcements appear solid, and the sinew bowstring is of excellent quality. I have no objections to this bow. And I believe this is the first time I have judged a halberd of your creation. Fascinating weapons, halberds. Did you know that they were a Hellsguard invention? Their marauders first used them to repel mounted units. A skilled wielder could easily pull a rider from its saddle. For this particular halberd, I have no criticisms. In fact, given the quality of the axe blade, I can't help but wonder if you've been studying blacksmithing. Huh. Though, even if you were pursuing other disciplines, this crook proves that you have not neglected your carpentry. The luxurious reddish browns of the mahogany, the entrancing greens of the jadeite, it is a true expression of Gordonian philosophy, a triumph of craftsmanship made only with the necessary materials. Bravo, Cecila. I was wrong to deny Gerhard, but thanks to you, his squad will not suffer for my stubbornness. I only pray that he reconsiders my offer. Ah yes, you may pursue the delivery. What offer are you talking about? You leave me out of the loop here. Beaten had no objections? Excellent, then you can hand me the weapons. There you go. When we first met, the quality of your work was already impressive. I must say, though, that looking at your most recent products, it's clear even to me that you have grown tremendously, both professionally and personally. Or maybe it's more obvious when contrasted with Beaton's. No, that is hypocritical of me to say. I am as much to blame for my squabble as he. I swear, when we fought, it was as though nothing had ever changed. In any case, I thank you for your hard work. This next mission will be our most dangerous yet, and it gives me great comfort to know my squad is equipped with their finest weapons. Maybe some time before I see you in Beaton again. Please give him my regards. Alright. Was he pleased, Tesla? Oh. Once again, he failed to deliver his farewells in person. Yet a soldier must serve and a carpenter must craft. These are the lives we have chosen. I tried to reason with him. I offered to replace his longbow, but he refuses to face reality. That bow will not last into the moon, if even that. My fervent protestations fell on deaf ears. I've allowed my temper to overwhelm me, and I said many things I now regret. When he returns to Gridania, we should have much to discuss. I pray that day comes soon. Well, we're getting there. Maybe this will be the day. Oh, Cecil, it's horrible! It's so horrible! An officer from the Outersness came to speak with me. In the North Shroud, in your exalted territory, they found Gerhardt's longbow. I saw the fragments myself. It was the self-same maple longbow I made all those years ago, which means Gerhardt is... I should be alone right now, Cecil. Go. Be with your loved ones or play with the younglings in the corn archer. A little dramatic, don't you think? Saving Captain Gerhardt, like saving Private Ryan. Huh. Hey, Cecil, it's good you weren't here earlier when Beaton heard the news. He went on a rampage in the workshop, howling like an animal and breaking anything within reach with his bare hands. I don't think we can help him this time, but if you want to try, you can give him some really good wood, like say the best length of rosewood lumber you can make. Maybe that would work? Sure. Simple task. Why? Why have you returned? I told you I wish to be alone. Shit. I didn't notice the chat. No. This is an exquisite length of rosewood lumber. Surely the culmination of decades of growth and maturation. I know you mean well, Cessa, but it's no use. My thoughts remain with Gerhard. Like a young sample, he matured into a magnificent tree, only to be cut down before his... Wait, what am I saying? Gerhard was no sapling. He was one of our finest. The scouts had found signs of a skirmish with no bodies. Do you not see? He must still be alive. He and a squatter out there somewhere, isolated and likely low on supplies. I know for a fact that he only carries one bow, so if that weapon has been broken, matron forfend, he could be defenseless. He must needs be sent a new one straight away, but I fear I'm in no condition to craft it. My earlier foolish tantrum, I injured my hand and have not the strength to grip a saw. You must be the one to craft Gerhardt's bow, Cecil. I beg of you, make him appear as crab bow and affix it to a savage aim material of the 3rd grade. Once finished, seek out Gerhardt and his men in the North Shroud. The fragments of his old longbow were found not far from Alder Springs. If the matron is merciful, you'll find him not far from there. Please, Cecil, you're my one and only hope. Alright, Leia. Isn't it kind of dangerous to send a crafter into a monster infested field? No? Okay. Just thought I'd ask. What do you think you're doing here? Take cover, you fool. There are Ixalabouts. I can bring you a bow. That's what I said. Why am I being sent to a battlefield? Damn it, Cecil. There's no place for a carpenter. Hey, tell that to your buddy. A bow? They beat and send you all this way to just deliver a bow? God bless that stubborn fool. I should have listened when he said my maple bow was at its limit. Thanks, Tesla. If one for you, I don't know what I would have done. Now keep your head down. I have a sheep day to slay. Oh, right in the head. All right. Oh, was that my feathered harpoon? All right. Okay. Well, that was exciting. Alright, Beaton, you're pretty reckless sending me out into a battlefield. I guess you, Cecil, he lives, Gerhard lives. I owe you a debt that can never be repaid. 1,000 times over, thank you. You came to us as a seedling, but yet now you're as a heaven's pillar. There is nothing else I have to teach you. In fact, you inspired me to reflect on my own deficiencies. Minor though they may be, I would be remiss if I neglected my personal development. Though you're no longer under my tutelage, I trust you'll continue to hone your craft as well. Best of luck to you, Cecil. Nice. You get a pretty fancy tool. Now, I've always really liked the tools, the level 50 tools. Oops. I don't know, they're simple, but I've always really liked them. I mean, obviously, you know, they got better tools, better looking tools now, especially they have their own versions of like relic tools. But you know, I still like them. But yeah, that is the end of the level 10 through 50 quest line. That was a lot shorter, actually. It's probably, well, yeah, it's a little bit shorter than the Gatherers so far. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next part. Later.